Hey guys, how are you? I hope you're all well. I'm going to use the Aquarian deck today to do the reading. We've got a full moon, a new moon in Gemini, guys, so that's interesting. That's this evening, but we've also got Mercury is going to be stationing direct around the 3rd. I always say these personal planets, the inner planets, they don't take as long to refuel in the station to start moving direct. The outer planets, obviously, I always say just let's allow a couple of weeks or a month even sometimes. It's like anything else, any sort of big eclipses, they resonate for a long, long time before and afterwards. We feel the energy of them. So, I was playing a couple of Beatles albums the other day, and what came up was Revolution. It was one of my favourites, and I sort of feel as well that when we're moving from June into July, that's going to be a really powerful energy. And I think that where we felt really stuck of late, simply because we've had Mercury and it's been tricky energy, alright, we've had a few shocks and surprises, we still have Pluto in Capricorn, but always remember that Plutonian energy, it has that 8th house has joint rulership with Mars, of course, who's now sitting on his own throne in Aries. And he's real up close, snuggling up close with Jupiter, which is the great benefactor. So things I think are going to get unstuck. So wherever you've been stuck, things are going to get unstuck. So it's going to be interesting to see what the cards are going to say. We've also got Old Father Time himself, the karmic energy of Saturn in Aquarius, going to be moving retrograde. That's happening around the end of June. That's coming around the 5th, 6th of June, I think. So we've got that retrograde energy. I think I've got that right. I apologise if I haven't. But we've definitely got that retrograde energy. And don't forget, again, when we're well into July, things are going to really start hotting up, I think. We've got Venus, of course, who's going to move back into Taurus around the end of June, last week in June. And we've got Neptune as well, who's going to start retrograding in July. We've got an awful lot going on, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm saying retrograding in July, but it is pretty good, guys. So let's just cook on now, and let's see where we're going with it. Okay, I think I've sort of shuffled these enough, so let's get them over. Okay. One. Wow. Well, that says everything, really. It is important that we remember that Uranus is in Taurus. Taurus is about values, right? Family values, personal values. Values when it comes to money, financial, but again, I've been talking to you about this for a long time throughout all the nonsense over these last 2 years about what is it that we value the most. And we are obviously in a situation at the moment, that's a nice energy as well, the Empress, where on a world economic level, things are getting more difficult, so it's important that we be mindful of that. So again, the thing about Jupiter energy, you can be a little crazy. I mean, in Aries, I think it's more positive. When it was in Pisces, we often overspend. We can be a little bit crazy. Purse never closes. So it may well be that that's something that, again, we're looking to change. That's nice. Now, recognising now Mercury is moving direct, that we can, just shimmy back on these swords and get these limitations away and take off that blindfold and recognise, right, now we're getting the information we need. Or it may well be that that's what you've experienced as you've been going through May, if it's been personal relationships, deep committed stuff that we thought was going to be there forever. We now recognise the fallibility of that, and often the superficiality of it, so it is important. Well, Page of Swords energy can often be a little bit can bring a little bit of discourse, and also I feel with the Page of Swords it can be a little bit gossipy, right? So rumour and so on and so forth, and it can be a little bit of a problem from time to time, but I certainly feel with the energy of Mercury now moving forward from the 3rd of June, a lot of that is going to be swept away. So again, it is still important that we do, take time to assess things and to sort of go through things again, but don't spend too much time on it. You tie yourself inside out with these energies coming in together. So be careful now. Wow, Pluto, all right, Scorpionic energy. Again, don't forget, guys, that we have to get into these experiences. So whether or not it's that love affair, the lover, even the married lover, even, something like that, when someone's not available, and we say, oh, we would never do that. And I've had many clients over the years that have said, oh, I'd never do that, and then they get back to me 4 or 5 years later and say, well, I actually did do that. And it is really important to remember that every experience as a human being is there to, Scorpio allows us to osmose. It allows us to go deep. I mean, we do that with sex. Obviously, we have this osmosis, the two bodies coming together, and we have that karmic exchange. So it is really important that you recognise that Scorpio allows you, Pluto allows you to go in deep, experience these situations, and what it also does for you is allow you to recognise who you are, what's right for you, and who you're definitely not, and what is wrong for you. And sometimes, again, it's a control energy, don't forget. Sometimes that can be really painful because we like to drive the car, and I've said this a million times. We're renting this vehicle, we're just leased for the amount of time we're here, and we're doing it. The rest of it, at the end of the day, I believe you cannot control the vehicle all the time. You have to let go of the wheel sometimes, and that evolutionary energy will come forward. So again, waking up here, right? I'm loving the Empress here. She empowers all the elements. She's got everything there. There's compassion with her, but she can be stern, and there is a need for that as well. So, as I said, revolutionary energy is in the air now, okay? And on every level, whether or not you want to revolutionise your body, you want to get back to the gym, you want to recapture that space that you were in where you felt good and your heart was filled with light and you were in such a good space. Many relationships, we find we lose ourselves, we give up our power to that other. And it's very important that I feel that we take advantage of Jupiter in Aries and Mars in Aries cuddling up there, and we use those energies to go forward, be strong, be warrior-like in our action, stand firm in our beliefs, in ourself, and hold that faith that Jupiter is going to bring with it. So, where we may have been delusional, where we may now recognise with Uranus in Taurus that we've got our own skills, right? We have got survival skills. Taurus is all about survival skills, okay? Yeah, it's about money, it's about finances, it's about bank balance, it's all of that. But there is a way forward. So, where it's about choices now, it's about making the right choices, it's about the veil falling away, and I certainly feel that this is all coming together because we've got Neptune making a move as well, the end of July. So yeah, it's going to be, we're feeling it. Don't forget Neptune is an outer planet, it's way out there, and so it takes a while for that engine to sort of cool down and spend some time and then refuel and start moving forward. So Neptune is going to be retrograde. for quite a while. So yeah, let's have a look and see what's cooking. Okay. Yeah, Neptune's been retrograde for a while, so we're moving forward now. So again, Queen of Rods, love it. Fire energy, guys, all right? We've got that in the sky, okay? We have Sagittarius, Jupiter. We've got Mars, fire energies, both in Aries, okay? So, you know, it is really, really important. And of course, Leo, the other fire energy, Leo, the heart chakra, you know, it's important that we open up now and acknowledge that a new beginning is needed in whatever area it is, whether or not you're revamping your business, whether or not you're looking at Jupiter as far as marketing is concerned, and what we can do to embellish the business. How can we go back to the drawing board a little bit? Now Mercury is moving the right way. You know, how can we do that? Does the business that we work for reflect our values? Does the relationship that we're in reflect our values? Do we still share those values? You know, what has changed? Have you gone through a personal revolution, right, as far as your thinking is concerned, as far as you recognising your greatness, you know, and your creativeness, okay? So, and are they paying enough for it? Are you being paid enough for it? Is your lover giving you the attention that you need? Is it enough? You know, and these are elements of what's going on, I feel. So it's very important that we recognise we're moving through another gate. I'm loving that. So you bring two court energies, both of the same suit, embracing the yin and the yang here, in my view. So finding that balance that we need to, you know, have the strength, have the faith to reassess and revolutionise, give everything an overhaul. All right, it's very important. So, for instance, I've been in Spain for X amount of years now, and I'm now feeling, no, Australia is calling me and the UK is calling me, so I'm actually leaving Spain. And actually we'll be taking some time off to do that, guys, so I'm going to talk to you about that when we get to the end of the reading. So we've got embracing the yin and yang. You know, it can talk about coupling, finding the right energies, but again you bring this 5. Now I think that this is where we've been throughout May, all right? And no, again, these are rod energies, so again, can be trade, can be business, but the 5 energy, again, it's almost like where we felt stuck, or we still feel stuck, all right? I'm feeling so positive that the personal planets, you know, are really working in our favour now, all right? Mars, Venus, you know, Mercury energies, moon energies, it's coming together. And wow, again, 7 of sword energy, again, 7s for me. This particular energy does talk about becoming aware, all right? For me, again, don't forget that air energy, Aquarius, of course, Gemini, yes, indeed. But and obviously the Libra, the cardinal Libras as well. So again, finding balances, you know, finding compromise. And if you find that you look back and you think, actually, I've done all the compromising, and I'm not quite sure whether or not that's not going to work for me anymore. So again, we've got this sensation of revolution, right? So, you know, this to evolve, you know, we're going to have to revolt a little bit, all right? So that's where I'm going with that. Don't want to talk about it too much. But again, celebration for our efforts, all right? So again, as we're moving forward. But June and July are going to be really powerful, I feel. And then we're going to be popping into sort of Leo season, the end of that. So again, but we're going to talk about that when we get there. Oh, wonderful. And again, celebration, no rods. Okay. Now, a lot of readers see these as 1111. Now, I'm no numerologist, but I know that 1111 does talk about twin flame energy. Now, it may well be that you thought you got that, okay, and then all of a sudden you find out that you haven't, Alright, so it wasn't quite what you thought it would be. We've all been in those situations where we've been infatuated, or we've been, you know, carried away in the moment, and we've made a commitment and then realised, oops, so then we've got to go back and reassess. But remember, guys, when Saturn, the Lord of Karma, makes his retrograde appearance, and it's going to be retrograde for quite a long time indeed. In fact, if you just give me a moment, I've got a feeling it's going to be October. Just give me a second, guys, I just need to find it. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, okay, it goes retrograde around the 4th of June. And for me, I think this is going to be really interesting. Okay, so we've only got 4 or 5 days to go, 5 days, 6 days, and we've got that. So we've got Mercury moving the right way, so better communication, more logical thinking, being able to make a plan, put all the data together that may have been a bit confused while Mercury was in retrograde motion. That's all going to move away. So if you've been waiting on mail, communications, if we've not been able to get it together to finish that thesis, for instance, I feel that it's going to come together. So it is revolutionary energy, literally. So lots of celebration here, guys. So I'm pleased with that. Wow. The Hanged Man. But what's interesting, look how he's popped out here, the Hanged Man. Normally he would be this way, but he's this way. So we've got 1 foot in the right direction here, okay? And we've been working through that sort of April, May time. We've been working through all of that. You know, we felt a little blast in April, a little push, but now we've got Mars on his own throne, very comfortable there, doesn't like being in Pisces, so he's out of that. We've got him into his own domain now, and we've got Jupiter, his mate Jupiter, powerful, benevolent, expanding Jupiter, riding alongside and presenting us with new and fresh opportunities. And Mars is allowing us, is giving us a little bit more oomph and energy to actually make those changes and achieve the levels that we're looking to achieve. So this is really good. Yeah, again, where we feel we've had the world in our hand up until this point, and we're now recognizing, hang on a bit here, you know, I've done this, you know, I've worked hard, I've been working in this place, I've done this within this relationship, and now I'm seeing that I've had the world in my hand, but it's not enough, right? Again, rod energies, right? Powerful, a fire. We've got it in the sky, it's rocking in the sky, guys, there's a lot in the sky. So yeah, I think that we're definitely going in the right direction. And another key factor as well is we've got Chiron. Now, you know, I harp on about Chiron, this wise Minotaur, who at the end of the day, you know, has carried this mortal wound. Well, he's in Aries as well, as we know. So yeah, when are we going to put it, when are you put it down, right? When are we going to think, hang on? So it's asking you to heal yourself through these changes as well. And if you have to be the revolutionary to do that, then so be it. You know, that's it. So if you have to detach, then do it. Again, brilliant. Rod energy is a lot on the table. Now, I know that the economy is going through a lot of changes, crises, there's global issues, there's shortages, rice, wheat. There's a lot going on, okay? But this is telling me that ultimately we do come forward as the victor. So whatever's happening, whatever it is that's scarce in your life, whether or not it's the love, whether or not it's the respect, whether or not it's the, you know, someone recognising your integrity, and, you know, if they've abused that, you know, these are things that we need to look to change. Okay, wow, wonderful. And the Wheel of Fortune, which of course is the evolutionary wheel. All right, so moving forward, and, you know, again, if it's health, if it's problems that we've had, and we're now having to recognise that, you know, that there is a way forward, or there is something that we can do to help you know, that we can be, how can I put it, very proactive, because I feel that with Uranian energy in Taurus, it's asking us to do that. It's asking us to look at our own personal skills. It's asking us to become more independent and self-sufficient. I've been talking about that before. So whether or not you are planting your veggie gardens, guys, literally, or whether or not you're thinking about going it alone, you know, and don't forget that Taurian energy is a Venus energy as well. And as I said, Venus, it's going to move back into Taurus. Okay, so there's some good stuff coming, guys. June and July, there's definitely some good stuff going. But if it has been a breakdown in communication, if it has been a breakdown in the emotional one, guys, if what you thought was built on, you know, rock, you know, recognise was built on sound, okay, with this energy. So Uranian energy, don't forget, it wakes us up, it shakes us up. And the Mars energy and Jupiter is going to ask us to, you know, act on this sort of need to make change and revolutionise to ultimately go forward with this wheel. You've got to move with it, okay? Let's have a little look. I'm just going to take 3 off the top. I'm going to use the Rider-Waite this time for the 3 cards. That one wants to come, thank you. Take that one. Come on, give me another one. No, I don't have to make the decision. That one. Okay, let's do it. First one over. Carefully take these up so you can see. First one over, I cannot believe it. Again, here she is, the Queen of Wands. Okay, so it's like taking back your own power now, right? Having faith in your own power, having faith in your own skills, recognising when an other or your tribe do not honour you and honour your value systems. These are very important. So whatever's going on in your life, we're now recognising it, and it is difficult, but it is important that we maintain this position of the Queen, you know, and maybe not get down and dirty too much, guys. Okay, so it is about revolutionising, but doing it in a nice way, right? And the second card, fantastic. Again, I cannot believe it, right? Again, we've got another double here. All right, so again, good balances. The 4, there are celebrations to be had. I feel that this time, you know, we've got more strength coming forward with this. And of course, as I said, the conjunction, we've got Jupiter and Mars up there in Aries is going to help us do that. But again, recognising that we do have to look after ourselves as well. Please, please observe limitation. If you are thinking, right, I'm going to get back in the gym, I'm going to start doing this, just take your time, you know, just take your time getting in there, guys. Saturn, you know, he's a little bit further out, so he takes a while, you know, in the station before he starts moving retrograde or direct. So just take your time. Wow. Aries, the Emperor. Okay, so the Empress is up here, right? Aries, the Emperor, is here. Okay, so we've got the power. I've got the power. I can hear that coming through. I can't remember who sang that, but we've got the power. We can do this, and even though we may have had a few shocks and surprises, and I know many of us have, you know, when things are taken from us without our permission, it's painful, right? We you know, we don't like that. Okay, we can kick and scream, but if we sort of recognise and see the bigger picture, which is Uranian energy, and Saturn, of course, in Aquarius, Aquarius having joint rulership with both Saturn and Uranus. So it is about, you know, reassessing, rebuilding a reality that is built on truth, I feel, and shared values, okay, and love. You know, let's not forget that Taurus is Venus, Okay, and Venus moving back into Taurus. So it is important that whatever we do, we try and do it with a good heart and an open heart for the best part, and to acknowledge and accept, I think, particularly so with again late July we've got Neptunian energy, which is about acceptance and surrender. Okay, none of us like it, but again we've got movement with Neptune, which I'm going to talk to you about again towards the end of June into July for the next one. I have to just say that I am going to be taking a little bit of time off this year, guys, just for about 10 days, from about the 25th of June until about the 6th of July. So obviously all that's to do with my movement, you know, it's Saturn working for me, you know, I'm restructuring my life, you know, I'm smiling at Jupiter energy, because of course Jupiter also talks about travel and foreignness and, you know, all these things, as well as marketing and, you know, lots of things. So I've got a lot on the boil. I've acknowledged that it's the right thing for me. I'm willing to meet the universe halfway now, whereas 6 months ago maybe I was not. And you know, the situation presented itself, and I took that and worked with it, and that's all any of us have to do, right? So revolutionary energy doesn't matter, or it doesn't actually mean that you're going to go out there on the you know, the front line and be a revolutionary, but what it does say is revolutionary times are coming. It's important that we recognise that, and also this energy of the wheel of fortune, you know, the wheel, the revolutions of the wheel, you know, without that we don't move forward, guys. So keep going north, take it easy, and I'm sending you loads of love, guys. If you do want a reading with me, it is important that you get in touch with me so I can get you booked in. As I said, I am taking time out from the 25th of June, and I will be back online. I will do YouTube, by the way, to make sure you've got that for July, but I will be back online doing personal consultations on around the 6th of June. If that changes, guys, I will get in touch with you and let you know. So thanks again for listening. If you did enjoy the reading, please click like, because that activates the algorithm for me, and it does get me more viewing, and ultimately will get me more coverage and hopefully more subscribers. Okay, I know that I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but that's my that's the way I operate, right? I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what I feel and what I see, and hopefully you're still going to come back in and patronise my business. So thanks again, guys, and I'll see you soon. Take care now.